Okay, so we're going to have a look at the last thing we left off on that we didn't get to because the last video was so long was graphs. So I just thought I'd show, if you're looking for this, it's question 11. Now I don't have the page number to hand because again it's on my iPad, but it's question 11, which is, it's the first set of exercises in the number patterns chapter. So you can do, if you go to question 11, it starts off with a graph in the bottom right, and then on the next page there's a few questions to be done. Now the first two things I'm going to do, which will add a few minutes to this video, is I'm going to copy the graph. I have the questions up on my laptop in front of me here. I'm going to copy the graph down onto this, and I'm going to copy the table down onto this. Now if you're confident enough that you know how to draw a graph and you know how to draw a table, you can just skip ahead to where I start the questions, okay? But for now, I'm just going to, for anyone who's interested, I'm just going to draw the graph. So the question says, Jenny has the option of 2 phone companies from which to buy a phone. The graphs below show the calls costs for each company. So you have a graph and it starts from 0 minutes to 18 on the x-axis, and on the y-axis it goes from 0 euro to 1 euro. Okay, so to give you an idea of how much the phone costs. All right, so when I look at that there, that means I can kind of go up in tens. All right, now I don't have graph paper to hand, but because we're reading a graph, it's not as big a deal. So I'm just going to do roughly a small ruler here, so it goes down, that's 7, and then I go 8, 9, 10, alright? And I'm going 18 across, but it's every 2, so that's 9, so 7, and 1 more, or 2 more, 9 like that, okay? Now, if you want, you can use your ruler to mark off your anything, so that's what I'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 more for 9. And for here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. You should know that at this stage. And the time is in minutes. Okay, it goes up in 2s, so it's going to be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and going up in cost, which is in euro, okay, we're going from 0 to, and then we're going up in 10 cents, so 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and then 1 euro, okay? So 0.1 of a euro is 10 cents. Okay, and phone A I'll do in blue, as they have on the graph. Starts at 30 cents for 0 minutes, and then it goes up to just below 4, which is about here. Now I'm just going to draw a line for guidance here, so it ends at 18, ends at halfway between 0.8 and 0.9, which is going to be approximately here, okay? Now I'm only drawing this graph. This graph is not going to be 100% accurate, as you've probably guessed already, which is okay because I only actually need to read the graph, but I'm just drawing it out so you have something to base it off. So it just basically is roughly going up like this. Okay, don't mind that, that's obviously just gone a bit off. I had a thought ahead I would have used graph paper. So then my second graph, or second line, sorry, is phone B, which starts at just below 40 cents and ends at just below 80 cents. So that's going to be roughly about there. And the 2 lines cross at around here. Okay, so let's again. Alright, so I'll draw these lines here like this. Alright, and it goes like that. Okay, so that's phone B. This guy is phone A. Now remember, this graph is just for, I'll be able to point to it when I need to. It's given in much more accurate detail in the actual book. Alright, so then the next thing the very first thing they asked me to do has been cut off, so unfortunately you guys won't be able to do the first part. Oh no, I assume it's just to fill in the table. Alright, so the first question asked me, so part 1, this is question 11. I can't remember the page, but you should know roughly where it is. Part 1 is to fill out the table. Okay, so we'll do that first.
So, time, cost, for A and cost for B. Alright? Some of you might be having a heart attack thinking that, oh, this video is much longer than I said it was going to be. But to be honest, you don't necessarily need to watch me draw this graph or make out this table. So I said that at the start, but if you're happy enough to know how to draw a graph, you can skip me doing all this. So it starts at, by the time is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 minutes, okay? I'm not going to do a full proper table, I'm just going to draw some of the lines here. You guys should be able to work out the rest yourselves. I might even fast forward some of this on the tape. I'm just trying to zoom out here as a squeaky voice if I do that. So fill in those values.
Then cost A goes 0.3, 0.37. Now this is starting to make a bit of sense here. So it's going up, remember we're doing linear patterns here, so it's going up by 0.7. I wonder if it will go up by 0.7 again. And it does. Alright, so add 0.7 to that, you get 0.51, 0.58, 0.65, 0.72, 0.79, 0.86, and 0.93. Alright, so they're the costs of A. So when you spend no amount of time, it will cost you 30 cents. When you 2 minutes, 0.37, 4 minutes, 0.44. So that's it plotted onto the graph there. And cost of B is 0.38, 0.43, 0.48. Now this is going up in 5, so 0.53, 0.58. Notice that these guys are the same at this point here. 0.5 or 63, 0.68, 0.73, and 0.78, 0.83. Alright, so that's the table done out and the graph done out. Alright, so let's have a look at part 2. Alright, so immediately they try to throw me a curveball here. The question says, how much does company A charge per minute? You might be inclined to say, well, it's 0, you might say it's 7 cents because it's gone up by 7 cents, but that's for 2 minutes. So I would write this out as 7 cents per 2 minutes for A. Therefore, those are the 3 dots in a triangle, is just shorthand language for therefore. 7 divided by 2 is equal to 3.5 cents per minute. Okay, so there's not really much involving patterns there. You just have to notice that it went up by 7, but that was for 2 minutes. It asked per minute, so you divide that answer by 2. Alright? Part 3. Part 3 says, how much does company B charge per minute? So in company B it's 5 cents per 2 minutes for B. Therefore, 5 divided by 2 is equal to 2.5 cents per minute. Alright. Each company charges a connection fee per call. Which company has the higher connection fee and by how much? Okay, so if I go to my graph, alright, so there's a bit of kind of logic that you have to use here. The connection fee for phone company A is going to be 30 cents because even if I don't make any phone calls at all, so 0 phone calls, they'll still charge me 30 cents. So that must be my connection fee. That's kind of in, you might have heard that as line rental fee before. So basically you have to pay a certain amount just for the privilege of having the service, whether you choose to use the service or not. Alright, so what I'll do is, for part 4, I'll say A connection fee is equal to 30 cents. And for B, if you look up here, it's 38 cents. Okay? Alright, so B connection fee is equal to 38 cents. Alright? And that's that there. So, oh yeah, no, sorry, it says to find the difference between the two. So, 38 minus 30 is equal to 8 cent difference. Alright, part 5. Describe in words the cost of making a call for each company. Alright, where is it? I'm looking for orange. So part 5. Describe in words the cost of making a call for each company. So for company A, A, every minute costs, we worked it out, so every minute is 3.5 cents plus 30-cent connection fee. Now I'm just going to check to make sure I answered the question. So the question said describe in words the cost of making a call for each company. So for company A it will cost you 3.5 cents plus the 30-cent connection fee. So that's correct. And for company B, every minute costs, 2.5 cents plus 38-cent connection fee. Now, what they're trying to show you here by getting you to write this out is that if you think about this, 35 cents, so it's whatever amount of minutes, so that's your variable, right? So a certain amount of minutes multiplied by 3.5 plus a constant of 30 cents. That 30 cents will always be there. So no matter, you could be on the phone for 200 minutes, multiply that by 3.5, you still have to add your 30 cents on to find the final cost. Okay? So that's what they're going to get me to do in part 6. Alright? Part 6 says, write a formula for the cost per minute for each company. Alright? Where it says C is equal to cost in euro, M is equal to the number of minutes. Now think about this carefully. They want to come up with a general formula. The variable in my formula, or in this formula, is going to be the number of minutes that you spend on the phone call. Alright? So that's my variable, so I'm going to give it the letter M. Is that okay? So the cost is going to equal, right, so this is for company A, alright? The cost is going to equal M times 3.5, because it's 3.5 times per minute, this is the number of minutes, plus, now if this is 3.5 cent, I must keep this in cent also, plus 30. So it's going to equal 3.5 M plus 30. That's my general formula. So 0 minutes, 3.5 multiplied by 0 gives me 30 cents. That's my connection fee. 2 minutes, as stated up here, is going to be 37. Let's see. So 2 times 3.5 is 7, plus 30 does equal 37 cents. Okay? So look, part B then. C is going to equal M bracket 2.5 plus 38. Alright? So 2.5 M plus 38. That is the connection, or that is the general formula for both companies there. Part 7, how long is a call for which both companies charge the same price? Now, if you look at this here, you can just look at your table or you can look at your graph. I look at my graph here and it's somewhere between 0.5 and 0.6 and it's 0.58. We got that from the table by following the pattern that brought us to that. So my answer to that is very simple, very straightforward. Alright, it just says what point will it cost me the same? Well, that point is at 8 minutes. So at 8 minutes. Okay? There's no other real way to show that. Unless you do it by algebra, which guess what? Is what they're asking me to do in this question. Alright? So part 7, or sorry, this is part 8 now. Okay? Says verify by algebra. Check your answer using algebra, right? So for my algebra, it was the cost is equal to 3.5 M plus 30. That was for A, and for B, C was equal to 2.5 M plus 38. Okay? This is a simultaneous equation because basically what we're saying is in this case our M's are going to be the same. Alright? So the amount of minutes we spent is 8 minutes as we said previously. So at 8 minutes they should be the same. Okay? So let's just check to see if that is actually the case. Alright? So first thing I'm going to do is just rearrange this formula. So I'm going to change this to be 3.5 M minus C is equal to minus 30. So I just brought the 30 over the equals and I brought the C over this equals. And I'll just rewrite it like that. Okay? So just to say it again, that 30 is on the wrong side for me. I need to bring him over the equals so he becomes minus 30. And that C is on the wrong side, so I bring him over, becomes minus C. And I'm going to do the same down here where I get 2.5 M minus C is equal to minus 38. Alright? Now, the one thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to multiply the bottom line by minus 1. And the reason I'm going to do that is so that I have minus C plus C, so when I add them together they will cancel out. Alright, so I get 3.5m. I'm not changing the top line at all. And I'm going to change the bottom line. So I get minus 2.5m plus c is equal to plus 38. I didn't have to write that plus 38 in there, but just for demonstration purposes. So 3.5 plus minus 2.5 is a difference of 1. So that's just m. Minus c plus c is 0. And minus 30 plus 38 is 8. And as I said, we knew already that m is equal to 8. Because that's the number of minutes. So I verified that much. So just to really make sure, let's see if the cost turns out to be the same in both. So c is equal to 3.5 multiplied by 8 plus 30. Alright, I'm just going to check my calculator to do this one. So 3.5 by 8 is equal to 28. 28 plus 30 is equal to 58 cents, which we did say was the case. And let's see what happens if I put it in. This is for A. Let's see for B. It says C is equal to 2.5 times 8 plus 38. So 2.5 times 8 is equal to 20 plus 38 is equal to 58 cents. Okay, so now I verified by algebra, doing my simultaneous equation to show that yes, the number of minutes is 8 when they're the same, and as you can see when I sub that back in, I get the same value for C, so the cost is also the same. Alright, and the last question then says how much would each company charge for a 23-minute call? So now this last part's handy enough, because all you have to do is start with A. They've given me my M value, so A is the company I'm going to use, and they tell me that M is equal to 23. Alright, because they said it's a 23-minute phone call, M is for the number of minutes. So the cost is going to equal 3.5 multiplied by 23 plus 30. And let's see what happens. 3.5 multiplied by 23 is equal to 80 cents, or 80.5 cents, plus 30 is going to equal 110, or 110.5 cents. Okay? And then for B, my formula this time is C is equal to 2.5 times 23 plus 30, which is equal to 2.5 times 23, is equal to 57.5 plus 30 gives me 87.5 cents. So after 23 minutes with A, you're going to be over €1. 23 minutes with B, you're going to be under €1. So you have to, these are the things you have to keep in mind when you're choosing which one you want to do. Alright? My advice is that when you watch this video, and you're finished watching it now, I would go back, maybe try question 12, see how you get on. Alright? Remember, no pressure, because we will be doing question 12, 13 in class before moving on to the next section. Alright? Okay.